Welcome back. Now, according to IT research and advisory firm Gartner, global spending on artificial intelligence is all set to reach $1.5 trillion this year and inch up to $2 trillion next year. John David Lovelock, Distinguished Vice President Analyst at Gartner, is here with the details of this report. Thank you very much, John, for joining in. So first, if you could just give us the big picture behind this report, how have you arrived at these numbers? And what's driving this kind of growth and interest?
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Yes, it is a fascinating market. AI is taking off so quickly. It is getting into every piece of the technology market. And, most people are very much focused on the server market as being the driver here. And although it is the largest single market that we are tracking, it's not in fact the driver. It only represents about 300 billion of the $1.5 trillion of spending. Software, services, mobile phones, PCs, tablets, laptops are all being part of this amazingly growing market.
So can you give a breakup of this $1.5 trillion? How much will come from servers? What's the pecking order in terms of contribution? And then if you could get to the growth in these individual segments.
Sure. The leader right now is the server market. Our AI optimized server forecast is about $267 billion this year. It is the largest market this year. It's the largest market next year. But by the time we get to 2029, it actually subsumes to fifth. IT services up at 282 is a very strong market, and it remains strong throughout the forecast. It bobbles between the top market and the second market most of the way. We have the devices coming in at 298. And again, this is about the smartphones that are getting the MPU, TPU chips included in them so that they are ready to run AI locally when a model becomes available. We also have the semiconductors that are being bought to create all of the mobile phones, all of the servers, all the piece parts that we need to actually run the models. The models themselves are actually a very modest part of the market. It's only $14.2 billion this year, raising up to $75 billion by 2029. So while it is sort of the centerpiece of the story and where most of the work happens, it won't necessarily be the part of the market that is the most easy to monetize.
John, good morning. Thank you for joining in. The growth bit is now known, right? With billions and almost now potentially even trillions being poured into AI for the growth of the sector. But how does that come back? Because there have been certain reports that have been questioning or raising alarms over a potential revenue shortfall. So eventually, when the AI monetization does start to happen, do you believe that this is going to be an extremely long gestation period for these investments to start paying off eventually?
I think there is a mismatch between where people are expecting the money to come in that payoff. We're already seeing, as an example, that the AI models themselves may not have the $1 trillion of income that has been speculated that is required to pay off the servers that are being purchased and the data centers that are being built. But it must be remembered that every piece of software will have AI embedded in it. Part of the price that you pay for software will be for that AI engine. That AI engine will get paid for from the software providers, not necessarily directly from the clients consuming them. Consumers will do their usual thing. They will be consuming AI and they will be paying for it in different means. So in some cases, AI is actually going to be the model underneath where the money is being made, not necessarily directly in line of sight to that revenue. And we're also going to have the regular sort of third-party payment situation when it comes to technology, particularly in the consumer space, where we'll be paying for it with ads and with the attention-based economy that we have.
In which segment do Indian IT companies fit in, if at all?
The IT company or the service companies fit in the AI services area. And again, there's a bit of a back and forth with them, unfortunately. There is money that they're making providing out technology consulting around artificial intelligence, business consulting around artificial intelligence. And there are managed services coming online that are specifically for building models, maintaining models, ensuring that your generative AI models are running correctly. so the managed services component. But this is also the first time where services companies will actually start using this technology themselves in their delivery. So I may be getting business consulting done, but they're going to be using artificial intelligence to aid in the delivery of that service. So in the services world, it's also being served up as much as it is being part of the contract that is being delivered.
John, pleasure having you today. Thank you so much for these interesting insights, and looking forward to you sharing more such insights on our platform more often. John David Lovelock there of Gartner. We take your leave on this edition of Trading Hour, but just before we do that, just pull up the rupee. It's made a new low just a few minutes earlier. It's set for its biggest single day fall in a month now. 88.74 is where the currency stands now, and it's a new record low that the rupee has made in comparison to the US dollar. So a new low for the currency. The markets slightly recovered from the lows of the day. 25,120 is where the index currently stands. We take your leave from Rima and me. Thank you for watching. Halftime Report takes the action forward.